Have you ever wondered what it really feels like when you ignore a woman? Not just the small, fleeting moments, but the moments that cut deep. The moments where silence feels louder than words, when your absence, your lack of attention, becomes a weight she carries on her chest every single day. She waits, she hopes, she questions herself. Did I do something wrong? Am I not enough? And with every unanswered text, every delayed call, every brush off, her heart shrinks a little. She starts to wonder if she was ever seen at all. Because here's the truth. Ignoring someone doesn't just mean you're absent. It means you've created a vacuum where her love, her hope, her trust, and her attention are left dangling. And she feels it. She feels it with every heartbeat. Picture this. She sends a simple message. Hey, how was your day? She waits and waits. Minutes turn into hours, hours into days. And the silence, it's deafening. She scrolls through her phone, seeing you active, laughing, posting stories but not responding to her. And suddenly, a storm begins inside her. Doubt, insecurity, fear. Am I invisible? Am I unworthy of their time? Or think about this. She's dressed up, excited, planning to see you, imagining the conversation, the laughter. But you cancel last minute, again. And she's left alone, staring at the mirror, questioning herself, her choices, her worth. This isn't just disappointment. This is emotional neglect. And over time, it shapes her perception of herself, of love, of relationships. Every ignored message, every overlooked gesture, it's not just silence, it's a message. A message that says, you are not a priority. And let me tell you this, when a woman feels ignored, she feels it in every part of her being, physically, emotionally, psychologically. It's not just about you not answering, it's about her questioning whether she's deserving of love at all. That's why today, I want to take you on a journey not just into understanding what she feels, but into understanding the mistakes that make her feel ignored and how you can change that. Because ignoring her isn't just a mistake, it's a wound. And wounds, when left untreated, fester. So let's talk about the 5 mistakes you must never make if you want her to feel seen, valued, and loved. Imagine this. She texts you a simple, good morning, hoping to brighten your day. You don't reply. Later, you scroll through your phone, see her messages, and think, it's just a message. But here's the psychology. Humans are wired to feel valued through acknowledgement. When she reaches out and you ignore her, her brain interprets it as rejection. The dopamine that should come from social connection is replaced by cortisol, the stress hormone. She feels hurt, unseen, unloved. Acknowledge her efforts. Even a short, thoughtful response goes a long way. It tells her, I see you. You matter to me. Picture this. She's had a terrible day at work. She opens up to you, vulnerable, sharing her frustrations, hoping for support, comfort, or at least empathy. You shrug it off. You don't respond emotionally, you stay distant. Emotional neglect cuts deeper than physical absence. According to psychologists, emotional connection is critical to feeling loved. When you ignore her emotional needs, she doesn't just feel unsupported. She feels invisible. Listen, reflect, show empathy. Sometimes she doesn't need solutions. She needs your presence, your attention, your validation. She notices it every single time. That friend, that video game, that project, that social media scroll, anything is more important than her. And slowly she begins to feel like she's competing for your attention and losing. Psychology explains this as a need for secure attachment. When a partner constantly prioritizes everything else over her, it triggers anxiety, insecurity, and doubt. She starts overanalyzing every interaction, every silence. Make her a priority. Small gestures, intentional time, and genuine presence communicate love more than grand promises ever could. Maybe you're there in the same room, sitting beside her, but you're glued to your phone. You nod at her words, but your mind is elsewhere. To her, this is the ultimate rejection. Research in relationship psychology shows that emotional unavailability is often felt more painfully than outright rejection. She craves your attention, your engagement, your presence, and when it's not there, she feels alone, even when you're together. Put the phone down. Engage. Make eye contact. Be fully present. Show her that in this moment, she is enough to hold your focus. She loves deeply. She invests emotionally. She shows care, affection, and vulnerability. And sometimes you ignore it. You act like it's normal, like it doesn't matter. Gratitude and acknowledgement are key to emotional fulfillment. When she gives love and it goes unrecognized, she feels devalued, unseen, and eventually she will stop giving. Love withheld is a painful, silent erosion. Appreciate her. Celebrate her. Thank her not just in words, but in actions. Show her that her love matters and she is not taken for granted. This is the silent killer. You might think, she didn't say anything, so she must be fine. But she notices. She notices every delayed text, every forgotten plan, every half-hearted gesture, and every time she quietly carries the hurt inside. Psychologists call this emotional microtrauma. Small, repeated neglect builds layers of insecurity and doubt over time. She doesn't need arguments. She doesn't need drama. Just needs to feel seen. Don't underestimate her awareness. Your small actions, inactions speak volumes. Make her feel noticed, valued, and safe emotionally. Now, here's where the story changes not just for her, but for you too. Because understanding this pain isn't about guilt, it's about transformation. You see, her feelings are real. Her pain is valid. And the more you understand it, the more you understand what it means to love, to truly see another human being. Her heart is resilient. Her spirit is strong. Even in silence, she survives. Even when ignored, she learns, she grows, she becomes more aware of her worth. And here's the truth you need to carry with you. Her value is not dependent on your attention. Your neglect does not define her. Your presence, when genuine, enhances her world, but her worth exists, whether you see it or not. So, when you choose to acknowledge her, to respond with love, to be present emotionally, you're not just repairing a relationship, you're honoring a human being who deserves to feel alive, seen, and cherished. Let's summarize the key lessons. Never ignore her efforts. Acknowledge her messages, her gestures. Never dismiss her emotions. Listen and validate. Never prioritize everything over her. She deserves intentional presence. Never be physically present, but emotionally absent. Engage fully. Never take her love for granted. Appreciate and celebrate it. Never assume she doesn't notice. She always does. Every small act, every ignored message, every distant gesture, it matters. And understanding this is the first step toward building genuine connection. Remember this, ignoring her doesn't just hurt, it scars. But seeing her, truly seeing her, heals. If she feels unseen, don't add to the pain. Instead, choose to show up. Choose to notice. Choose to love deliberately. Because a woman who is valued, heard, and cherished, she doesn't just survive. She thrives. And when you give her the respect, attention, and love she deserves, you're not just changing her world, you're changing the world you share. If they cannot see your worth, don't lower yourself to prove it. The right people will never ignore your heart. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for supporting Decoded Thoughts, where we break down human behavior, psychology, and the truth about relationships so you can understand, grow, and heal.